So we finally might have a release window, at least, for Yoshi's Crafted World. Why? Well, because of the eShop in the UK. They have a list of the upcoming games, or come in the coming soon section, just like we do in the United States. And at the bottom of that list, this is not at the bottom of the United States list, but it is at the bottom of the UK one, is Yoshi's Crafted World, which comes right after a game that releases on March 1st, 2019. Now, if you don't know anything about the coming soon section, all of the games are listed in chronological order in order of release. This would mean after that game that comes out on March 1st, 2019, right now, the next game to come out after that would be Yoshi's Crafted World, which does suggest that Yoshi's Crafted World is slated for some time in this upcoming March, which isn't a surprise given that I always felt Yoshi's Crafted World was going to come out before the end of this fiscal year. Anyways, obviously the big question is, will there be any other games joining it beyond New Super Mario Bros. U that we know comes out in about a week? And the answer to that question is, I don't really know, to be honest. But this is really, really interesting to me. We've been hearing about Yoshi's Crafted World dating all the way back to 2017, if you can believe it. We actually saw almost more footage of Yoshi's Crafted World back then than we saw of Kirby, which eventually became Kirby Star Allies. And Kirby Star Allies came out the following spring, and that was around the time that Yoshi was supposed to come out as well, before I saw what appears to be a full year delay to next year. And honestly, I really like the direction of this game. I love the art style. I think they've done a lot of great things with the Yoshi art style over the years, from the original Yoshi games all the way through this one. Epic Yarn was obviously really, really great for Kirby, and then when they did the Yoshi one, I thought that one was fantastic. Woolly World. I really like the art direction, and the gameplay looks great. It looks fantastic. This game, in my opinion, just based upon the only footage we have, no hands-on experience, looks like it's a bit higher quality than what we got with Kirby Star Allies. Now, Kirby Star Allies was a highly polished game, but also one that felt a little short. The ideas in it felt a little samey compared to some other Kirby games, and obviously we know the difficulty curve, while always easy in Kirby games, seemed to be even dialed down even more in that one for whatever reason. And then they obviously sold it to us for $60 when we have gotten Kirby games for cheaper on handhelds that seemingly had more content. So it felt like you were just paying $60 to have the HD version of a Kirby game with less content. It felt a little shallow in some regards for many people. I still really love the game, but again, I understand compared to what we have been getting out of the series that it wasn't necessarily all it could have been, even in spite of some of the free content updates we've had. Now, when it comes to Yoshi's Crafted World, something about it just feels more unique. Maybe it's the even though it's like borrowing an idea from like Donkey Kong, Tropical Freeze and stuff, like bouncing back on the foreground to the front ground, flipping the world around. Like, some of these ideas are ideas Nintendo has implemented in other games, but to see it all come together in Yoshi's Crafted World, to me at least, makes it appear like Yoshi's Crafted World is trying something different than we have gotten out of prior Yoshi games. And that alone is probably why I feel like they have put more time and more love into this particular game. And this isn't to suggest that something like Kirby did not have some love put into it, but clearly the extra year delay for Yoshi's Crafted World wasn't just about spacing it out from Kirby. It was also about making a more compelling experience, and the developers likely requested that time, and Nintendo decided, you know what, fine. So here's hoping that it actually sells really, really well. If it turns out to be good. Of course, if it turns out to be horrible, then I don't know that I really want a really, really bad game selling well, because that's going to convince Nintendo to make more really, really bad games. But something about this, maybe it's just the delay, makes it feel like it's not a rushed game. So I'm excited. I think we're getting it in the first 3 months next year anyways. I actually personally thought it would come out in February as like their big February game to follow up New Super Mario Bros. U Deluxe. Maybe it'll end up being something like Daemon X Machina, because I do think we're getting a Nintendo Direct in January. For those that are wondering the day I'm kind of looking at, I'm thinking about January 10th seems to be the day that I'm hearing in the back channels, and a day that makes a lot of sense to me compared to like 5 of the last 6 years prior January Directs. So I'm pretty confident we're getting a January Direct, and we're going to get an announcement for Yoshi's Crafted World apparently in March, it appears now. and then we'll hopefully get Daemon X Machina in February. I want Fire Emblem Three Houses to come out in the first 3 months next year. I have a feeling that's not going to happen now. That might be an April game, but either way, it's a great way to kick off the next fiscal year, is it not? And this is also interesting because Furukawa has been coming out in many interviews lately, essentially suggesting, hey, look, we're probably not going to hit 20 million, but there's a chance. And what else do you want Nintendo to say, right? They're not going to admit that they were wrong on their 20 million projection until they're factually wrong. But you know what? 2019 is a pretty strong lineup already, so... Anyways, folks, I am Nathaniel Rovajez from the Tunnel Prime. Be sure to like this video if you like it, dislike it if you dislike it. Subscribe for more content. Be sure to enter our Nintendo Switch Super Smash Bros. Ultimate Bundle giveaway through the Gleam.io link down in the description. It is a 50,000 subscriber giveaway, so when we hit 50K, that's when we will be picking and announcing the winner and getting all the details and getting that shipped off. It is a worldwide giveaway as long as your country can receive electronic products from the United States and your country allows international shipping, which is also a big thing, and you are old enough in your country for giveaways, or your country actually allows giveaways, because there are some countries that do not allow giveaways no matter what your age is. So that's something for you to look up locally. It is not something I am going to look up for you until I pick your name. And like, you know, if you end up being from Sweden, then I got to look up the laws in Sweden before I contact you to make sure you're even legal to get it, and or if they have some restrictions, that you meet those restrictions. Anyways, folks, I'm just going to catch you guys in the next one.